but it was a pleasant experience. I thought I got a terrific education. I thought I got a personal education. One of the reasons that I thought it was so personal is because I had spent a weekend with a buddy of mine down at the University of Illinois, and he took me to one of his classes. He was a freshman, and I think it was English 101. And I'll never forget, his name was Bill Olson, and he was 127. That's all he was. There wasn't I was 128 because I was sitting next to him. And I was talking to him. I said, what if you don't show up? He said, well, they say that, 127 wasn't there. I figured, what kind of a deal is this, But that's exactly what it was. It was a class of 300 kids, and that was it. I think the largest class I had at Upper Iowa might have been 25 or 30 at that time. They were just starting the program of getting into new buildings. And I think the cost was reasonable. And I think it was maybe at that time a couple $1,000 at the most. Yeah, and and I love the place. I love the and I like the people. And the strange thing about it is that I had as many Chicago friends out there as I did Ionians. Okay, and I think I just enjoyed the way that people treated you, and they looked you right in the eye, and they wanted to know something, And I remember I went to get my mail, and I'm sitting out in front reading my mail, and a guy came over and he asked me about the football game the night before, and I talked to him about it, and he said, what are you doing today at 5 o'clock? And I said, well, not much. I'm trying to go back and probably get some sleep because it was like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning. He said, come on out to the house and have dinner. I said, okay, where do you live? And he mentioned you go out south about on 150, so many miles, turn right. And the guy ran the school buses for everybody. He's used to it because all the school buses are parked in our driveway. I said, okay. Went back, and my buddy of mine fell sound asleep. And I get up, it's about 5 to 5. And I jump out of bed, and I get Joey up, and away we go, and it's about 5:30 at night. And this is the wintertime, it's starting to get dark, and we find this house with a trillion school buses out in front. Walk inside this house after knocking on the door, and there's the whole family sitting there waiting for us, including Grandma and Grandpa and a couple uncles and aunts, because they knew we were going to show up. And I thought to myself, how could you have that much feeling for somebody? I'm a punk kid from Chicago. I'm lucky if I show up for my own funeral. But that was it. That was typical. Invite me, don't even know me, and then wait for me, for heaven's sakes. I didn't deserve it, but that's what life was like out there, for God's sake, And if anything, made me want to go back and support the school very, very much so.